And today we're tackling that topic that many caregivers are searching for. That's managing caregiver stress. It's crucial that we manage that stress to help your well-being and providing that best care for your loved ones. So if you find this session helpful, please share it to help spread that knowledge, the awareness, and all that love that I'm here to give. So our first question is, how do I recognize and manage caregiver stress? So we have Mary, who's been caring for her elderly mother with Parkinson's disease. She noticed that she's constantly feeling tired and drained, irritable, overwhelmed. She started forgetting appointments, feeling guilty for not being able to do more, and then she realized she was experiencing caregiver stress, and she knew she needed to take action. So some things that we can do when we're experiencing that stress is really recognizing it's caregiver stress. And what emotional signs can I recognize, can I know about? So feeling overwhelmed, feeling anxious, where does that anxiety live? Does it live in your stomach, your shoulders, your back, your heart? And knowing that, hey, that's a sign. And then the other emotional stress is constantly feeling worried, feeling that experience of worrisome and just really not knowing what to do with it. And then you can experience feelings of sadness, depression, or frustration. Physical signs of emotional caregiver stress is fatigue, sleep disturbances, frequent headaches, and changes in your appetite or your weight. And then behavioral signs, you might be withdrawing from social activities, neglecting your personal responsibilities, and maybe increased use of alcohol or drugs to help mask your stress. And in cognitive signs, things that you might notice are difficulty concentrating, making decisions, or remembering things. So how do we manage those stresses? How do we manage caregiver stress? We can connect with family, friends, support groups. Sharing those experiences and feelings can really help provide that emotional relief, and practical advice. And just sometimes getting it off your chest feels better. Another way to manage, take breaks. Ensure you have regular respite care to take breaks. So that's hire a private person, get yourself out, ask a family member to come once a week at the same time every week so you can get into a rhythm of taking those breaks. And use that time to relax, engage in books, hobbies, or just take a nap. Just simply rest. And then some practical self-care tips. Prioritize your health by eating well, exercising, getting some type of walk, something, and getting enough sleep. You can, exercises like yoga, and then considering meditation, breathing exercises, or just walking. Walking helps to reduce stress. And where you're walking, you're not thinking about all your problems and you're just releasing. And then you want to set realistic goals. Break tasks into manageable steps and set achievable goals. Accept that you cannot do everything perfectly. And then the last tip is professional help. Don't hesitate to seek help from healthcare providers, therapists, or counselors to help manage stress and emotional health. A lot of our stress comes from something else that we experienced in our life, a trigger, a trauma. How do I get to the underlying problem to really help my emotional well-being? So some practical tools and techniques to reduce that caregiver stress. Really, time blocking. Organize your tasks. Divide your day into time blocks. If you're able to, shorter time blocks, and dedicate it to specific tasks. This helps manage your responsibilities and prevents that overwhelm. Every morning you can do making sure you have appointments set, looking at your week, time blocking your self-care, making sure you include time blocks for self-care activities. Like I said, time block once a week, I'm going to have this person come in, or twice a week, 3 times. I'm saying once a week because that's very minimal, but we really should try to time block self-care activities on a regular basis, because that's going to ensure you dedicate time to recharge. We cannot run on empty. And then limit distractions when you're time blocking. Focus on that one task at a time. Avoid multitasking to reduce stress and increase efficiency of your time. Journaling, another great tip, journaling. Reflect on your day. Write down your thoughts, your feelings. This helps process emotions and gain clarity. So create a badass list. Track your wins. Create a badass list where you know all the things you accomplished, big or small, because celebrating these wins boosts our morale. It helps us stay higher up in our energy. And these don't have to be big wins. Little wins will add up. And then set intentions in your journaling. Set daily intentions, goals, helping you stay focused, positive, and on track. Doctor's appointments, self-care, whatever exercise, whatever you need to put in your time blocking to make sure you feel, and don't make like 10 time blocks in one day. 2 or 3 are great amounts of time blocks to do on a regular basis. You get it done, you stay focused just on that time block, and then it's done. The next tip is mindfulness practices. So using meditation apps such as Headspace or Mind Valley. I use Mind Valley and I love it. It helps with practical guided meditation, mindfulness exercises. The next tip, deep breathing. Incorporating deep breathing exercises to calm your mind and reduce stress is a huge benefit to us. Even just 3 to 5 grounding breaths is all we need sometimes. So a grounding breath, this is how I would do it. I'm going to breathe in through my nose and out through my mouth. When I breathe in, I'm going to breathe in through my nose, and I'm going to think of this gorgeous green light full of love, sparkles, whatever color you want in that green light, a gorgeous green light flowing through the top of my head, flowing through all of my body, all of my cells, and that is all in my big deep breath in. And I'm gonna let that green light go through my system, all that light go through my system, and as I breathe out, I'm going to imagine that light shooting through my tailbone, grounding into the earth. And I do that 3 to 5 breaths. Now, I used to do massage therapy one-on-one with people, and my hands are on somebody. There is something very special and unique about massage and energy. We have to ground ourselves. We take in so much of other people's energy. If we do not ground ourselves into the earth, or just ground ourselves into breath, sometimes we're feeling that anxiety, we're feeling that overwhelm. That's coming from somewhere else. But how do I ground myself? I do 3 to 5 grounding breaths, imagining that light going through my body and grounding into the earth. The next great mindfulness practice is gratitude practice. Start and end your day by noting things you're grateful for, shifting your focus from worry to gratitude, to appreciation. It's okay that when something happens that you sit in that emotion of whatever was created. But when we let it sit for longer than 5 minutes, set a timer, okay? Set a timer for 5 minutes. I'm gonna sit with this emotion of overwhelm, of I didn't do this, whatever thoughts that you're putting in yourself. Sit with it for 5 minutes, and then after that, we have to let it go. We have to focus. We have to shift our focus to gratitude. Bring it to our heart, lead with love. And so we can shift from worry to appreciation. I am so thankful that I can take care of my loved one. I'm so thankful that I'm alive today. I'm so thankful that I was able to take a walk today. My grandchild was born. Where can you go from worry to gratitude. And sometimes that gratitude might be 2 years ago when my daughter was born. Sometimes I have to think of that day to bring my worry to love, to heart, and to bring myself back to the right energy that I need to be the most successful in my day. The next mindfulness, or the next practice that really helps support in practical tools, exercise, right? Exercise is a huge part of blood flow to our brains, blood flow just through our body, and just releasing endorphins and improving mood. So, and again, it doesn't have to be a hardcore exercise. It can be something simple like walking, a nice, beautiful yoga. If you can't get up and move, just do chair yoga. And then dance, release those endorphins. And being consistent, making exercise a consistent part of your routine to benefit both your physical and mental health. And the last little tidbit, again, I already mentioned it, is that professional support, counseling. Seek help from a therapist, a counselor, your friend, your family, to navigate that emotional challenge and develop some coping strategies. We cannot figure it out alone. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village for our older adult. It takes a village for us. So how can I leverage my village, other resources? Somebody else will have the answer for you, I promise. But if you don't ask, you might not receive it. And then you can join support groups. Join that caregiver support group. Gain insights and find comfort in a community, because a lot of us need that community to say, you know what, I'm not alone, and you're not alone. We are not alone. And if we can just seek that extra support, it really can help you gain that understanding. So really, thank you so much for joining us today. Remember, managing caregiver stress is about taking small, consistent steps towards self-care, seeking support when needed, and really doing your little bits for yourself to make that big impact. Every effort you make contributes to a healthier, happier caregiving experience. So if you found this information helpful, please take a moment, like and share this post. Your support helps us spread that awareness and provide valuable information to those who need it. So don't forget, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Chanda Care, and for more educational videos and helpful tips. Together we can support and empower each other. So thank you for your continued support and joining us today. Stay blessed.